All right, Angela, let's look at your 1.05 program that you submitted. I'm going to start with looking at the template so you see what the assignment was. Write a program to simulate a chatbot conversation. Decide on an interactive conversation someone could have with a computer. At least 3 interactive prompts. Input should be assigned to variables. At least once use the indexing or slicing. Use concatenation. Write the pseudocode. Okay, I don't see any pseudocode. It says insert your pseudocode here. This is where you plan your program, just in plain English. I'm going to make a plan so my program does all of this good stuff. And of course, you should have comments with your name, date, and short description of the program at the top. Every program. That's the first video I have in Google Classroom at the very top. On the how-to series is what every program should include.
It's 6, so you
And
get
that
6
is your
plus
name,
y
date,
is
and
4.
short
So
description.
subtract 6 from both sides.
Use a meaningful name for all variables. And let's see, questions down here. This.
Okay, so you said
Okay.
-2, -2.
To show my favorite things. Really wasn't supposed to be the purpose of your program. I hope that's not the purpose of your program, because the purpose of your program is supposed to be interactive conversation with the computer. It should be a chat bot. So hopefully that's not your favorite thing. It's like this was like the 1.03 answers or something. I need more people know about me, not really know how to work the program. Okay. So I don't know that your questions are really relevant, but let's take a look at your program. Maybe that is what your program did. Okay, here's your program. Input sample.
So -2.
I hope that's not the purpose of your program either. Your purpose of your program is supposed to be a chatbot conversation. I don't see your name and date up here. We're missing that. I see a main function. It's very short because there's the end of your main function.
So I would just put
First name, end of your name. Okay, that's great. A chatbot conversation start. Computer's asking our name. Hi, first name. But it ends already. And then we have input sample again and another main function. Is this not the main function? This is the main function. I'm not sure which one's supposed to be the main function because you've named 2 different functions as the main function. Input into your name. Okay, so your computer is stuttering or something. It's doing the same thing twice. It's asking the person's name twice. This they say hi, and this one they say hello, but this is an interesting conversation. And you end this main statement and you say it's again an input sample. It's like, did you just copy this from the lesson over and over again? Input sample, input sample. The lesson teaches us how to do inputs and how to print those, but that's not the assignment. The assignment was a chatbot conversation. We have another main function now. Input sample, input sample. Some variable. Okay, that's not a meaningful variable name. What's that supposed to be?
So
I don't know what some variable is. I understand what first name is. That's a good variable name. Okay, that's going to be where we store someone's first name. Some variable I don't know, and input with nothing.
We don't need to test the first.
So when we run, let's run this. I'm going to see what this is doing because that right there says enter your name. Okay, that one I got. I'll say my name is Bob. Enter your name. Now I'm going to say it's Doug. He asked me twice. Now there's the input that doesn't have anything. I don't know what to put here because it didn't give me any guidance on what the computer's asking me. This must be that awkward silence part of the conversation with the chatbot. What is your favorite animal? That one I can answer. Hippo. Okay, that was the last question. So this, I don't know what this was doing, but afterwards it printed what is your favorite animal. And then it asked me my favorite animal, but it didn't save it. Look, the input is not saved to any variable. These up here, when you asked me my name, you saved it somewhere. Okay, we saved it in the variable called first name. This one says, what's your favorite animal? And I typed in hippo, but it's gone. We didn't save it anywhere. And you said my favorite animal was the snake. It was not the snake. It was the hippo. If this is a computer talking about their favorite animal, okay, the computer's favorite animal is the snake, but mine wasn't saved and mine got trashed. and it's another defined main and another defined main. And then, oh, it printed what is your favorite pizza topping, but it never asked me that. So another defined, I don't know how many defined mains we have, 28, 29. There's a bunch of main functions. So it's not the main function. It's just a function because there's a whole bunch of them. The main function would be the main function. This is it. This is the primary one. This is it. Then it says my favorite topping is cheese. And this concatenation is kind of weird because you put together a string, a literal string with a literal string with a literal string, which means we don't need any of this. If we delete this,
So
it does exactly the same. This is going to print exactly what it printed by adding them together. The only reason we need to add something together is like when we do this, we want to print hello, and then this is going to be different every time the program's run. It depends on what the person types in as their name. So this is a good place to use concatenation. Hello, whoever you are, exclamation mark.
Ignore them.
But yeah, what is your favorite animal? And then you added a period on the end of that. You don't need any of this. Just type the period inside the quotes. There, it's added to it. Put the period after the question mark.
Squared minus 1.
Same thing here.
Sure.
You don't have to
Probably
add
rather
these
zero.
together. Just take out the quotes and put them all in the same
Let's do
quote.
Negative x squared minus 1.
Put it all in the same quote. I mean, it's not an error. It works.
You
It's
put a
just
0 into
using
x.
up more memory than you need. Programmers are always conscious about using up as small a memory spot as they can. And
do you
so we would
understand
just
what these
type
graphs
that
are?
all in the same sentence and put it
Either
all
way,
in
look at
quotes
negative
because
x
that's what
squared.
you want it to be right here. So there's no need to,
It
you know,
would be
we could
like
break out every single
y
word if we
equals-
want to. Put my plus a
and y
space
equals
and
9
favorite plus put
They're both equal to y,
a
right?
space and animal plus, you know,
Okay, I'm looking at my screen for a second. Let's see
I
if
mean,
this works.
that's a silly way to think of it, but that's what you were doing. You just didn't do every word. You were just doing some words. But if we're going to have all that in the same sentence, just type it all in the same sentence. Put quotes with it.
So I
And
can
again,
change
this should have
by
had
one
something
to
that saved it
be
as fave
3x plus
animal
4y.
equals.
That's the same thing.
And then said, you know, we
Don't
change
worry
that
about how
to
you
talk
got there.
about yours.
This one is there, the same thing.
Print
This one is the same as 5x.
your
plus 8 equals
favorite
y.
animal is
Okay, these
the
are both equal to y.
plus fave animal, whatever they type.
Which means these are both equal to
So when we
each
run
other.
that,
So I can rewrite it as
good.
this.
don't know what's your favorite animal, and I say hippo.
So if they're both equal to y, I can.
Oh,
also
your
use-
favorite animal is the hippo. Because that's what I typed, and it said that your favorite animal is the hippo.
Don't worry.
And it said my favorite animal is the snake. But even though I broke it apart word by word and added them together, it just prints it like that. So, and didn't ask my favorite pizza topping. No word did I have to type that in.
Is that better? Yeah.
So a few issues here and there. The biggest issue is that your main function was not your main function. It was one of many, many main functions. One main function. Because later on, we're going to have other functions to do other things. So we would have a main function and other functions that are
So
not
here,
the main
it was
function.
3x minus y
So,
equals -4. That was a different
It
equation.
didn't create a syntax error, but it's definitely
Yeah,
a
if I move it
logic
all
error.
around,
It's
I
a
can
programming
get it
error
into this one.
to
3x
repeat
plus
your
4y.
functions and name them all the same thing. All of them are the main function. Because Python's looking for the main
Minus-
function. It's going to run the main function
y.
first. And
Equals -8
they found a
here.
bunch of them.
When I moved it around, it was 5x
All right.
plus
If you need
y
help with these
y.
programs, you can always email me, come to class, any of that. So, but I'll get this back to you, get the grade in there. And if you want to correct any of this, if you want to write the pseudocode or whatever, let me know. You can email it to me. Otherwise, hope things are going well with the baby. I'll
Why?
see you next time.
Sorry, it's in cursive.